I've been working on this co-op puzzle game for 1 year, and this is how far I got. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start from the beginning. Hello, my name is Dennis, and it's been a long time dream of mine to create a game that people would actually like to play. I've had this ambition on and off for a big chunk of my teenage years, and later into my adult years, but I was never able to get far. I always ended up losing interest in a project or felt like it was not good enough. But now, it's been a year since I started working on my current project, which is exciting because I also feel like I have something that I'm happy with. So I'm making a 2D co-op puzzle game called Project N.O.V.A, centered around these two scientists who developed an AI intelligence codenamed N.O.V.A. They want to use N.O.V.A to aid in their research, and now N.O.V.A is helping them traverse through a series of puzzles to help them reach their goals. The game started as an idea sparked by playing It Takes Two with my wife. We loved the cooperative puzzles, the way it made us think together, and the fun we had as a team. Sometime after playing it, I was discussing with my wife what kind of game I should make, and she suggested, why not make a co-op game like It Takes Two? The idea stuck with me. From there, I started brainstorming and experimenting in Godot, as I refined the concept and remembered how much I enjoyed playing Portal's co-op levels. I wanted my game to have a similar vibe, so that is where the scientists and AI idea comes from. At the same time, we were also watching GMTK's developing series, as he was developing the now released game Mind Over Magnet, and it gave me even more ideas for how to approach puzzle design. With these inspirations in mind, I set out to make a co-op puzzle game that's fun, challenging, and encourages teamwork. The first step was prototyping. I started by opening Godot, downloading this sprite pack for player animations, and playing around to see what I could make. The earliest versions of the game were super basic, just simple blocks and placeholder graphics. But as I worked, the mechanics and puzzles slowly started to take shape. After I felt like I had some fun gameplay, I started focusing on visuals. I never considered myself to be a good artist. I feel like I would try to create some basic images for gameplay, and they would turn out okay, but then I would need something more complex, and I couldn't quite make what I was envisioning in my head. So for this project, I tried something a bit different. I went with a pixel art aesthetic, and I think it was a good choice. This might sound stupid, but having a very limited canvas gave me more peace, that I was always very close to being finished, as there is only so many more pixels I could possibly place. But I'll let you decide. This is how my game looked before I've added any visuals, and this is one of the first prototype levels with my art. I think it looks pretty good. Now that I have some basic art, I started working on some elements that can be used to create puzzles. The first three things I created were the button node, the gate node, and the box. Basically, I wanted to recreate Portal's first puzzle, where you had a button that would open a gate, but stepping off the button would close the gate. So you had to place a box on the button so you were able to advance. With these basic objects in place, I needed a simple way to define interactions, like a button opening a door only when pressed or acquiring multiple buttons. So I created the decision node, which lets me easily link triggers and actions. Here's an example. In this scene, stepping on the button does nothing at first, but if I connect it to the gate using the decision node, boom, it works as expected. With this system in place, I could start designing more complex puzzle elements. I've created a moving platform, a trampoline that propels anything standing on it when it's activated, and a system for lasers consisting of a laser launcher, mirror nodes for redirecting the laser, splitter nodes that split the laser in two, and a laser sensor that does an action when activated. Now that I could make some levels, my two characters started looking really out of place. So I decided to give them a makeover and turn them from the multicolored blobs to these two scientists. Now they look more in place. Finally, I needed some way to show conversations my characters were having. So I created a dialogue system that shows which character is talking on the left, and the main part of the display is for showing the dialogue. And that's a basic overview of where the core of the game is. So far I have created 17 levels that show off a little bit of what the gameplay feels like, what kind of puzzles I can create, and what direction the story is taking. My short-term goal of the game is to release some sort of prototype that I can give to players to test, and I'll be looking to find volunteers to playtest the game and provide feedback. My steps to achieve that are: fix as many of the bugs as possible, there are quite a few, write and add more dialogue for the story, add some placeholder sounds, and finally figure out how to best distribute the build of the game. So that's the story so far, how this game started, the progress I've made, and my plans to release an early prototype for testing. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this journey. If you're interested in trying out the prototype and helping shape the game, make sure to look out for a video announcing that I'm releasing a prototype. And if you want to see more devlogs or updates, don't forget to subscribe. It would mean the world to me. This is just the beginning, and I'm excited to share the rest of this journey with you. See you in the next video!